All right. Next movie that I'm gonna review that I watched this week. That's right. It's a lightning round. Sin City. Oh shit! This is in theaters everywhere. April 1st, 2005. That's great. Sin City. Haven't seen it before. It's apparently another comic book movie. And Sin City. I mean, okay, so this movie, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. The black and white vibe, phenomenal. Phenomenal. Fucking phenomenal. Like, this movie was great. Like, this movie, I was so fucking into this movie. I was watching this movie. I loved it. Like, first of all, the cinematography in this movie, phenomenal. Phenomenal. Like, the way that the camera works as its own, like, you know, it's the art, you know. I love how, like, it's black and white, but it's got, like, a lot of objects and characters are colored. Like the yellow bastard. So it's a black and white movie, and then you've got, like, the yellow guy with the yellow skin, and it pops out, and it's just great. You got the guy with the red shoes, you know, and the character with the blue eyeballs, right? And then it's like, it's just, I love the way that they used color in this movie. I think it's phenomenal how it's black and white, but then, like, certain people, certain characters have, like, colored outfits, you know, and it's always, like, these popping colors, yellow, blue, there's some green, there's some red, like, the blood is red, some of the blood is, like, white. The artistic quality of this film is fucking great. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. And it's unique. I cannot say I have ever seen I've probably seen some movies that have done something similar to this before, or some stuff, but it is such a unique film. Black and white, but with the color accentuation, it's phenomenal. It's really phenomenal. It was so interesting. It's so unique. And for that alone, I'm in. As an artistic piece, for that alone, just for the way that the colors work in this movie, I'm in. I rate it worth watching. But then also the stories are really good, right? Like, there's the part at the beginning. Like, the first story, like, this thing I like about this movie is that it's like an anthology. Like, Sin City is like the setting or location, right? And then there's, like, all the characters, and they have their own stories, and it's kind of like a non-linear, like, walking backwards storytelling. Like, I think the first story, I think there's, like, 3 or 4, takes place at the end chronologically, right? So, like, as the stories keep happening and you move from chapter to chapter, you see some of the characters from the other stories in the background, and I love that shit. It's great. I love it. Okay, it's really cool. But I love the first story where there's, like, a town of women that basically control the town, and they've made a deal with the cops that no cops are allowed, but the cops violate that deal, right? And then, like, the badass bitch brigade murders a shitload of police with guns, with swords. There's, like, the katana lady. Woo! I was so in. That shit was phenomenal. It was so good. When they fucking when they're on the rooftops and they just start gunning down the cops. Oh! Again, any movie where there's cops being murdered. Now, again, I'm talking about movies here. Fictional movies that are fictional. They are not real. They're actors playing characters, right? They're not actually killing cops. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's really fucking good. And then you've got, like, the Bruce Willis character, who is a cop, who gets betrayed by corrupt cops, and then takes revenge on some of those corrupt cops. Great! Oh! And then you got that fucking weirdo cannibal freak. Oh! Oh! Like, every character, in my opinion, was just so... Like, they're so interesting. Like, even, like, you know... They're not... Like, that's the thing. It's Sin City, right? So the thing is that all the characters are basically... They're sinning all the time. And that's the movie. All these characters are bad people, essentially. But, like, it's just fun to watch. It's fun to fucking watch. It's great. Yeah, the Marv storyline with that guy, like, who's like, and he's got that unreliable narrator thing going on there. And like because like he's on medication that stops him from being like confused or something, but then his parole officer who supplies him with his medication gets killed in part of his like quest for revenge. She gets killed by the cannibal people. And then so he can't take the medicine anymore, and then he meets someone who's like a twin of someone who he knows is dead, so he keeps confusing. I love, one of my favorite things is unreliable narrator. I love that trope of the unreliable narrator. And it's just great. I love it. So, I mean, this movie was so fun to watch. It was a great artistic experience, like just watching the movie, like the colors, the music, right? My opinion, though, and this is, hey, I'm just going to be honest with y'all. My opinion. There's a lot of tits. There's a lot of ass. Not enough cock. I'm just saying, like, I don't know what this, like, women in movies are, like, forced to get naked all the time. Meanwhile, no one who's a man and acting wants to show off their junk. I'm just saying, it's very uneven. It's not fair. So I'm just throwing that out there. It's not fair at all. But other than that, minor criticism. This movie, pretty fucking good. I would recommend it. It's an artistic experience. And it's just great. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really fucking good. So Sin City, I recommend. I know there's a sequel out, and if I find it, I would like to watch it. But really good stuff. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So goddamn Sin ass motherfucking city. Holy mackerel.